Hi, I'm reporter Nick Van Heest of the Wabash Plain Dealer, bringing you tomorrow's headlines. Basically, what this is a preview of our print product for Saturday's Plain Dealer. You can also find our articles on our online edition at www.wabashplaindealer.com. Links to the online edition can be found at our Facebook and Twitter pages. Our first story tomorrow is a story I wrote about the Environmental Protection Agency's new regulations, which are very severely limit carbon pollution. Um, I spoke with Wabash County REMC CEO Rob Pearson, and he said that while the REMC and the electrical cooperatives across Indiana definitely are all for better or more environmental regulations, they oppose the new carbon pollution limitations from the EPA because they will definitely increase or likely to increase electricity costs in Indiana, which could hurt businesses and lead to job losses and just hurt the local economy. He encouraged residents who are concerned as well to speak with their lawmakers about it. Our next story comes from reporter Eric Seaman, who was on hand at a new Read 180 program at the Wabash Middle School. The program seeks to help students struggling with literacy and is a 9-week period in which they receive extra help from teachers. One cool aspect of the program I thought was sixth grade teacher Natalie Unger, who's part of the program, actually got a bunch of bumper stickers which say, "I read with my child for 100 minutes, or 200 or 500 minutes." And if a parent reads with their child for that much, they will receive a sticker and can put that in their car. Our next story also comes from Eric Seaman, and it is about a Wabash resident, Scott Davidson, who was sentenced to 1.5 years of jail time for domestic battery and strangulation, which occurred in early November. Next story comes from editor Joe Slashin, who interviewed musician John Tesh on the phone last week. Tesh will be coming to Wabash this coming Tuesday to perform at the Honeywell Center with a 12-piece orchestra. The Tesh will mostly be performing Christmas music, but also a variety of music. Slashin spoke with Tesh, and Tesh actually told him that he prefers playing in smaller towns to big cities such as New York and Los Angeles because there's something about their Christmassy feel that he enjoys. And I can say that Wabash definitely goes all out with that Christmas feel. Tesh also spoke to Slashin about his progressive rock influences growing up, which definitely impacted his music, as well as his time as the host of Entertainment Tonight. Our next story comes from me, and it is about the Madrigal Dinner, which was performed last weekend at the Honeywell Center. This Saturday, the dinner will perform at a school, Acacia Academy, in Kokomo, and what's cool about this is the ticket proceeds will benefit a disaster relief fund for tornado victims from the big November tornado which damaged Kokomo, as well as help with scholarships to the school. The Madrigal Dinner cast it got connected with the school through choir member Susie Jones, who has a grandchild at the school. Our lead story for our North Manchester page of the paper is a story I wrote about two businesses which are closing in downtown North Manchester. Hires Electronics and Gifts, as well as Tobias Family Auto Parts. Both have been at downtown North Manchester for a long time. Hires Electronics and Gifts was actually started all the way back in 1962 by Bill and Ruth Heyer, while Tobias Family Auto Parts started 12 years ago through owner Larry Tobias. I spoke with Jeff Heyer, who's been the owner of Heyer's since 1981, and he talked about how he feels fortunate to have been able to run his own business for so long, as well as how things have definitely changed a lot through the years in the world of electronics, as you may know. And what he plans to do in the future once his business closes at the end of the year. With the Tobias Family Auto Parts, owners Larry Tobias and his son Toby Tobias, they were actually bought out by CarQuest of North Manchester, and they will start working there in January. As for sports stories, we got a lot of sports stories for you to peruse tomorrow, all by our sports reporter Justin Shockey. First one is a swim meet recap about the Manchester swim team's loss to Rochester last Thursday. Next one is a Manchester high school basketball recap. The team lost to Warsaw on Thursday. The next is a Wabash high school basketball preview. The girls basketball team will play undefeated Rochester on Saturday, so that should be a tough matchup for them. The next recap is a Northfield wrestling recap. Northfield's wrestling team lost to Maconiqua on Thursday. Manchester basketball preview is the next one. The Manchester boys basketball team will play 4-1 Huntington North on the road. Southwood basketball will play against Eastern at home on Saturday. And finally, Northfield basketball boys team will play against Bluffton on the road on Saturday. Tonight, from 7 p.m. tonight to Saturday at 7 p.m., we have a snowstorm watch, and it's forecasted that Wabash will get 4 to 6 inches of snow. So be careful out there and have a great night.